Now it's Saturday morning and it's still raining. Good thing I live on a hill. There is some flooding going on around, but I live on a hill. I'm okay. I found a good deal on some tires for this thing. I need to go get those. I think I'm going to do that tomorrow. So I'm going to do that. And this morning though, I'm going to pull this turbo back off the truck, or at least the exhaust part of it. And weld everything up. Finish welding everything up, do some tidying up, put it back together for the final time, and I should be able to hear this thing run today. I've already got the coolant in it, and it hasn't leaked out on the floor, and that's a good sign. I'll tell you what is leaking out on the floor though is transmission fluid. I gotta fix that off the speedometer housing. That's one thing I gotta do. So the goal today will be to, look at this, the battery's going dead. I took it off the charger yesterday. These junk eBay batteries. I used it 2 minutes. Anyway, I'm getting distracted. What was I saying? Get this thing put back together and have it run. That's the goals today. So I can move it in and out under its own power. I may try to go to junkyard and see if I can obtain the piece I want that comes off the carburetor to a remote air cleaner. They had them on S10s and little I don't know, Pontiac 6000s I think in the 80s. Probably slim chance of me finding one, but that's what I need. The Buick 231 had something like that on it in my 1980 Monte Carlo with a turbo. But I don't have it anymore. It's gone. And once I get her to be a running and driving concern again, I need to fix the brakes and put my lower and my 2-fold drop on it. Right now I'm going to go back in the house and get some coffee, and I noticed Mama cooking some bacon. I'm going to eat some of that. Been working on my oil feed line. I just want to show y'all. I made a nice flare and remembered to put the nut on. It's like 1 o'clock and it's still raining. We're thinking of going and buying a John boat or something so we can go to the store and get a bag of tater chips or something. Anyhow, I'm bolting things back together for the last time. I hope I done welded up all the pipes. And I've determined I gotta make a wrench. Bend that wrench right there because I can't get in behind here too good to tighten up my adapter. So I'm gonna fire up the torch and use one of the Young Man's made in Spain Centec 9/16 wrenches made out of chrome vanadiums. Well, that was a good idea, but I guess what I should have checked is, was the wrench any good before I done that? So the Centec Supreme, let's get that down here where I shall focus. Centec Supreme, made in Spain. Ain't too handy. It might have to go over here in the metal art pile. Alright. I just fought and got that thing on. And it's on there, not tightened down. And then I realized, hey, I forgot to run a bead right there. So guess I'm gonna have to do that on the truck. Now, I'm sure everybody knows this, but you want to make sure when you're doing something like that, you're welding on an engine or what have you, put your ground real close to where you're welding at, because you don't want to hook it to the bumper and then have the ground find its way maybe through the bearings in the motor or something like that to over here. So that's what you got to do. And I need to weld that bead right there. Oh, and another thing, I was watching Got Milky One's video, and seen that his power steering pump's leaking. And he's got to replace it. It's bad. Well, mine's leaking too. I did fill it up. And that's how I discovered it's leaking. Doggone it. Look at this battery's dead again. What the heck? If it wasn't environmentally irresponsible, I'd throw them batteries in the bushes. Alright, I better quit yakking and get to welding. The preacher just called. He says he's going to bring somebody by to buy a truck. For a change. So he's going to bring somebody to buy something instead of me going to buy something. Yeah, he's like the automobile evangelist. But he's done got me. Got me hook, line, and sinker. Now he needs to do some evangelizing with somebody else. Well, that cheered me up. Sold that black one. Alright. Now I'm down 2 trucks. I got room for more, right? No. We got to get after this one over here. I done promised the boy we get this one done, we'll get after that one. Alright. Now I'm done with the exhaust. I think. I need to fix the leaky transmission while it's jacked up. I got her tilting to the driver's side. I need to tilt it the other way so it don't leak so much fluid out when I open it up. And hopefully I got whatever I need in this pile of extras. Hopefully. Alright. Once again, my extra parts, it saved me. I found an O-ring and a new seal. So I put them in there. I suspect my transmission rebuilder did not put that seal in new, judging by how brittle it was. Alright, I think I got everything done except I noticed I must have broke my distributor cap. Luckily, I've got another used one. I don't think I have a new one. I don't think I do. Pretty sure I don't. And I've got some stuff kind of MacGyvered here because I am out of 3/8 tubing. I know some of you are saying, get that rubber hose off there. Well, it's going to be okay for a minute until I get some new tubing and build a real one and see if the thing runs. So, while y'all are contemplating that, I'm going to go find my other distributor cap. And I'm kind of itching to crank this thing up. And as you can hear, it's still raining. And it's something like 4:30, 5 o'clock maybe. Another thing I forgot to mention was I had to hook up the boost gauge, which I'm almost done with. Can you dig it? Don't worry about the zip ties. I seen on YouTube one time that was okay. See, I have to put something on my seat so I don't get it all greasy. You know, I'm kind of a greasy joker today. Now I just need to finish hooking it up under there. The doggone problem is I'm missing a ferrule. Either it come minus a ferrule or I robbed it out of there. Let me see what I can dig up around here. You'd think I'd have one. Well, I was going to hear it run tonight, but I gotta go. Mama's car is broke down. I was almost there. We'll get her. We'll get her tomorrow. Alright, we went and rescued Mama. Turns out she was only out of gas. You gotta put gas in them thirsty vehicles. What got V8s? So anyway, we come back to the house. We hooked up our boost gauge. I'm going to think it over here a few minutes. I might have everything done enough where it'll crank up. I probably need to fix that. The young man hopefully went out and swiped one off the truck out in the woods, which looks to be pretty good. Maybe we'll go ahead and change that right quick. You want to?
Sure.
Ain't gonna be long. I'm gonna need to clean up that workbench. Luckily, he's got his own tools. Alright, go ahead, pal. Is it in park? P for push, park? Alright. I spilled a little gas, but go ahead, crank it over. I heard the power steering whine. One more time. Again. Go ahead. This is his first time firing. That gas there on top of the car is where I spilled it. Let me mess with it here a little bit. Hey, look, it's gonna idle. I ain't sure about that oil pressure gauge. I used an old sender. It's probably no good. I had good oil pressure. Listen to her. Okay, bud, shut it off. Let me check the power steering fluid. I know it's leaking a little bit, but we'll see what we see here. Guaranteed to stop all leaks or your money back. Hey, that sounds like what I need. Alright, crank her up again, bud. Boy, it sure does run pretty, don't it? You didn't even touch the gas, did you? Alright. The power steering's a little quieter now. I can hear it leaking down there. I'm gonna have to put a clamp on that, I think. Let me check to make sure I got oil to the turbo. We've created a monster. The young man's figured out he can reach the gas pedal. Easy, buddy. We're gonna let her warm up. Just let her warm up. Just let her warm up. Shine the light over there on the boost gauge in the ashtray. What does it say? Back the light away a little bit.
It's resting about 20.
Split the throttle one time. Alright. Let's walk back by the tailpipe. If I can squeeze out the door. I can't. Flip the throttle one time, bud. Flip the throttle. It don't sound too high performance-y, does it? Alright. It's got good vacuum. It just starts to make boost. I don't really want to abuse it too bad. But the heater works good, don't it?
Yeah, I turned it on and it started blowing heat immediately.
It's baking you. Alright, I don't know that I'll take it for a ride tonight. But I might not be able to stand it. Well, as bad as I want to take it for a drive, I'm not going to take it out. Tonight, I need to do it in the daylight. when I can see what's happening, don't you know? But boy, it sure sounds good. Don't she? I don't see any bad things happening. Yet, anyways. The only thing I think I hear a little exhaust leak down there. I'm probably going to have to put a clamp on my slip connection there. Or it might heal up if we drive it a little bit. The power steering pump's quieted down. I don't know. See if the horn blows, bud. Nope. Well, we'll have to figure that out. I suspect he just wasn't pushing it. Ain't all that loud for an air horn. Oh, maybe I'm getting distracted. I done burnt my finger checking for leaks, and I didn't find any. I checked it, it's charging, so my alternator I swiped out of the woods is okay, at least for now. He's jamming this some Johnny Cash in there. So I think I'm going to pull her inside and call her good. What's this, a little drippy right here maybe? We'll have to investigate that, I guess. Probably a little spillage from when I filled it up. Well, I'm impressed. It runs good. I'm going to call it a night. Y'all come back tomorrow. Come on in, buddy. Easy. Easy, easy. I'm standing up here, you know. Alright. Just a little bit further. A little bit more. Alright, stop. Put it in park. Shut it off. You done a fine job. Turn the headlights off. Push the headlight switch in. Alright, come out here and ring the bell and we're going to call it a night. You gotta wait for me to turn the camera on. Alright, go ahead. Alright, the young man has doing a fine job of not running me over and ringing the bell. So we're going to count our blessings and we're going to go in the house. I think we might have just a little tiny leak on the transmission line down there. We'll have to tighten that up. So far, I don't see nothing bad happening. We still got some stuff to fix. We got to hook up our PCV system and all that. And get some better wires and a new cap and rotor and probably some other stuff. But so far, so good. It runs like a dream.